Hello to all of you Laravel fans all over the world. This is a TV show called Laravel Business, and I'm your host, Pavel Askorop. I'm also the author of the blog laraveldaily.com. I decided to start a separate podcast about business part of Laravel world because I'm currently transitioning from developer to being a project manager and manager owner of a small team, small agency. And now I'm looking at the same Laravel world from a different perspective, from perspective of a manager, of clients, and I'm looking where can we save time, earn more money, use better tools or packages with Laravel. So I want to talk about that. I will be talking more about why we do what we do, not about the how, but more about the why. So you can follow this podcast at YouTube channel at Laravel Business, and you can also follow the whole blog on Twitter at Daily Laravel and on the blog laraveldaily.com. So let's begin, and the first topic of the day is why Laravel, the reasons why we use Laravel and why it's so popular. It's hard to compare in terms of overall numbers between frameworks, but I'm pretty sure Laravel has become number one PHP framework on the market in terms of usage, in terms of how many people actually use it. So why? What is the reason why it's so popular? I have four reasons noted down. So let's start with the first one is from business point of view. Again, I will be talking from business point of view. There are three things that business require. There's a triangle of quality, price, and speed. So everyone wants projects to be fast, to be done fast, cheap, and with enough quality. And it's pretty impossible. So they say you have to choose 2 out of 3, but Laravel is pretty flexible to choose those 2. So in general, Laravel as a framework, it has the boundaries of the code, the structure, the tools. That's why developer has everything out of the box with Laravel. That's why it makes it fast to develop projects in Laravel. And also with that, it makes it cheaper because the entry level to the market as Laravel developer is pretty low now. It's getting lower, more developers, so the market is getting a little cheaper. But with that in mind, you have enough quality. So the framework itself makes, as I said, it gives boundaries. So even entry-level developer with Laravel, it's pretty difficult to screw up in Laravel. It is possible, of course, because it's the code. But in general, with Laravel projects, you do have enough quality with quick turnaround and pretty cheap price. Of course, it's flexible, but for business, from business point of view, it's a good factor. It's a reason why I use Laravel. So that's the one. Number 2 reason is the community. Community, I mean people behind Laravel, and I'm one of them. I consider myself one of them as blogger. But even the creators team, there's Taylor Otwell, of course, creator of Laravel, but did you know that the number of GitHub committers to Laravel repository to the main is hundreds. So hundreds of people are contributing, and then there are people like Jeffrey Way, Adam Wathan, like a lot of people just tend to share the knowledge. They create podcasts, they create blogs, they create portals, blogs like myself, like Laravel Daily. Then there's Laracast's forum, which is really active. A lot of people on Stack Overflow, everywhere on the internet. Whole community is pretty awesome in terms of helpfulness. They generally help, they're generally positive, the whole vibe is pretty open to compare with other languages, and that's from business point of view again. The community helps the developers, which means that if you hire a Laravel developer, you hire the community, basically. You hire people behind the community, and they would help the developer to deliver the project. So yeah, and there are a lot of packages, a lot of already built tools by community, tutorials. So all of that ecosystem is pretty awesome. So that's reason number 2, community behind Laravel. Number 3, is maintainability. It's pretty easy to maintain Laravel projects. What I mean by that, so if, for example, the project is started by one developer or developer team, and then for some reason, whatever is the reason, you have other developers coming up to the team, it's pretty easy to understand the code. And that was one of the main reasons behind Laravel, the ideas from what I've heard from Taylor and Jeffrey. They try to make the code really readable, like the final code. What's happening behind the scenes, like in Eloquent or wherever, it's kind of hidden, but on the surface, the code is really readable, understandable, and it's easy to take over someone else's code. So that's why in the long run, bigger projects tend to go easier with Laravel than, for example, Symfony, where you have to spend more time analyzing the code. So that's reason number 3. Maintainability is easier because the code is more readable and the structure is more readable. Number 4 reason is ecosystem for enterprise, for bigger solutions, for bigger projects. So pretty recently, a year or 2 ago, the creator Taylor Otwell started to create tools, additional tools for basically for deployment, for again, maintainability. So things like Laravel Forge, like Envoyer for deployment, and then other things which are created not by Taylor Otwell. The whole ecosystem of like Forge plus Envoyer plus, for example, DigitalOcean or Linode, plus some packages for backups, for a lot of things. They make the whole ecosystem pretty stable, and Laravel is moving to not exactly enterprise level, but into bigger projects. So it became really possible and really doable to create big projects with Laravel, like huge projects with hundreds of thousands of users. Of course, it's not about Laravel only. Then you have database, then you have server architecture and structure. So it's not the Laravel is not the magic bullet, but the whole tools environment behind Laravel, in addition to Laravel, is becoming more and more powerful. And with Laravel 5 version, you have a lot of things in the code which are addition to that thing. So number 4 reason why it makes sense for business to use Laravel is tools for ecosystem for bigger projects. And my team already have bigger projects, and it's totally doable, as I'm saying. And Laravel is becoming it's kind of pushing the Symfony from the market. Not exactly from the market, of course, the market is big enough for both of them. But I see more and more cases where kind of enterprise-ish companies try to move new projects from Symfony to Laravel, or hire a Laravel team to move to Laravel, because it's a little cheaper and quicker turnaround with enough quality, with enough structure. So yeah, these are 4 reasons why Laravel. I'll repeat them just as a summary. So first thing is quality, speed, price triangle, which is flexible in Laravel. You can define priorities and you can create MVP really quickly with Laravel. So that's reason 1. Reason 2 is community and creators behind Laravel, which are awesome. Third thing is maintenance. Laravel projects is easily transferable from one team to another. And then number 4 is ecosystem for big solutions, for almost enterprise solutions. If you have any more reasons, you can of course add the comment below the video, and praise Laravel or ourselves as community. That's it for now. Number one episode about Laravel Business, and I'll see you next time in episode number 2 of Laravel Business TV show. Cheers.